Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce myself. My name is Dinda from Comparative Early Childhood Program. Comparison errors. Annie's house is more big of mine. Dan's house is bigger than mine. With ensemble adjective with add er and double the final consonant if preceded by one vowel. Example: big, bigger; thin, thinner; fat, fatter; slim, slimmer. The final consonant is not doubled if it is preceded by two vowels or another consonant. Example: weak, weaker; strong, stronger; large, larger; small, smaller. If the adjective add in a, then you only need to add er, as in the case of large. With the comparative, we use that and not of. With the longer adjective, we use more before the adjective. Simple: a Rolex watch is more expensive than a Swiss watch. My house is less big than yours. My house is smaller than yours. My house is not as big as yours. Your house is less small than mine. Your house is not as smaller as mine. When forming the comparative, we do not as more or its opposite less with one syllable adjective. Be careful with adjective which add in you, noise, busy, early, lazy. Although the sound as thought the have two syllables. The you does not count as a syllable. We remove the you when forming the comparative and er. We can use not as plus adjective plus as to comparative two things or two people. This means that A is less than B. Example: the house in Madrid are not as expensive as the one in London. The houses in London are not as cheap as the one in Madrid. We use not as cheap as because less cheap is not used in English. We use as plus adjective plus as to say that A plus B are the same. Example: the houses in Madrid are as expensive as the one in London. They are both the same. It also common to hear my learning of English uttering the following: the country is safer respect to the city. The country is safer than the city. Think and hope errors. I think not or I think yes. I think so or I don't think so. I hope yes or I hope no. I hope so or I hope not. When somebody asks you a question, for example, is John at home? I think so or I don't think so. The same applies to the verb hope. Here are a couple of examples. It is raining. I don't know, but I hope not. Haven't we won? I don't know, but I hope so. I'm agree or I'm not agree. I'm agree or I don't know. Agree or I disagree. Since agree is a verb, it follows the same rules as all the other verbs. My family is composed of 4 people. In my family, there are 4 people. There are 4 people in my family. There are 4 of use in my family. It is more common in English to use composite when we talk about music. Too much, too many. It is too much big. It is too big. We use too plus adjective to mean in excess more than it. We use too much with uncomfortable nouns, and too many with comfortable nouns to indicate more than what is necessary or in excess. Fewer versus less. I have fewer money than he has. I have less money than he has. I have less friends than Jill has. I have fewer friends than Jill has. We use less with uncomfortable nouns and fewer with comfortable nouns. Other examples are on days there is usually less traffic. There are fewer cars today. Nowadays, fewer people read books. Noun error. Nouns plus noun versus adjective plus noun. These shoes are not big. These shoes are not big enough. It is important to remember that noun comes before that noun but after the adjective. Example, I haven't got enough money to go out. He wasn't out enough to vote. Each other versus one another. We bond ourselves every day. We bond each other every day. We bond ourselves is incorrect because it means that person bonds person. We bond each other every day means person A bonds person B every day and person B bonds person A every day. These two sentences become one. They bond each other every day. We use one another to speak about the relationship between two or more people and two or more groups. Each other, on the other hand, is only used between two people or two groups. Example, they love each other. A love B and B love A. They love one another. A love B and B love A, but it also refers to more than two people. It depends on the context. A love B and C and D it. And the love is reciprocal between this all. A good example comes for one of the 10 commandments, which says, love one another. Very person should love very other person. Love each other only refers to two people or two groups of heart. Nowadays it seems that people are beginning to use them interchangeable, resulting in breaking all the grammar rules. I personally would never use each other for more than two people or two groups. For thanks, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.